This is Danny Gould with the Gould team selling Silicon Valley. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the biggest mistake that I see home buyers make in America when buying new construction. I mean, it doesn't just happen here in Silicon Valley, it happens everywhere. But I wanted to talk about what the mistake is and perhaps some of the psychology behind that mistake and how you, if you're thinking about buying new construction, can avoid that mistake and have it work in your favor. So this may seem a little self-serving. I'm not gonna lie, right? It may seem self-serving in the sense that what I'm about to tell you directly benefits me, right? But I will tell you exactly how it benefits you as well, the consumer. So, are you ready for it? Are you ready for it? The biggest mistake that people make when buying new construction is not using a real estate agent to help them buy it. Ding, 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 ding. Not having their own representation on the deal is the biggest mistake home buyers make. And it's so simple. And it doesn't cost you anything. So why wouldn't you just do it? Let me tell you why. First of all, I think the inherent psychology behind not having an agent with you during the entire, through every step of the process is that A, people are misinformed about how realtors are paid and they don't want to pay them. Right? B, did I say one or B? One or A, I can't remember. But A, they're misinformed about how realtors are paid. Option number two, and something that I see a lot of times, is that buyers are hesitant to contact real estate agents right out the gate because even though they understand that real estate agents are paid for by the seller or the seller's representative, right? The truth is that they don't want to be pushed into anything, right? They want to mitigate the feeling of being pressured into doing something. Fair enough, very fair. And I think that there's a lot of validity in that thought process, right? There are a lot of agents out there that will push their agenda until they get what they want, right? And the truth is that doesn't work for anyone. That doesn't work for the buyers because they end up buying something that they probably don't even want. And that works out bad for the agents, right? Because then you're not going to get referrals from that buyer, right? Like the whole point of being an agent is to get referrals from your past clients, right? That's how you build your business, or should be one of the main pillars on how you build your business. And if you're pushing your client, like, what's that? That's not doing you any good. So that's a big component of it, right? And so I do think that one of the other reasons why a lot of buyers feel like they don't want their own representation going to a new home builder is because they feel that the builder is going to give them some sort of discount because the builder doesn't have to pay commission to any agent. So let's think about that. Builder's going to save money. Are they going to put it in the buyer's pocket or are they going to put it in their own pocket? Tough to say. Not really sure where that money's going, but I think you and I both know who's going to keep all that money. And it's not you, buddy. It's not you at all. So guys, and I want to just like move past the payment side of things, but just so that you understand, most builders have a rule, and that is if the buyer or the consumer is unaccompanied by a real estate agent on the first visit, they are no longer entitled to representation. One of their own sales associates will then take on that buyer as their own client, right? Now, the only problem I see with that, and the only problem you should see with that, is the fact that that sales associate is inherently biased, right? They are not there to represent the buyer's best interests, okay? They are hired by the developer to represent the developer and to get buyers to come in, pay top dollar, not negotiate, and do all the in-house lending. I mean, like literally, these guys are programmed, right? New home construction sales agents are programmed to help the developer or the builder squeeze every last possible dime they can out of every single client that walks in there, right? And so as an agent, when I walk in with my clients, I know A, how to negotiate with them. I know B, which items and how best to negotiate with them, right? And that's very invaluable, and it doesn't cost the buyer a penny, right? So my suggestion to anyone that's walking into a new construction site is to do your due diligence and walk in there with an agent, right? If you're brand new into the process and you're like, see a sign and you get like, you know, like you get the giant, like, oh, I want to go see that. Like, resist temptation. Like, literally go find an agent first. Like, best thing to do, call the last friend that you can remember that bought or sold a house and ask them for the referral. Be like, hey, can you please refer me to your agent, because I need to go see. At the very least, like, get some sort of representation. Now, if you have a little bit more time to do your own due diligence, and I would highly suggest, you know, to get a couple more referrals, maybe go out there, look online, read reviews, etc. Don't look at my reviews. Oh my God. Can we just talk about that for a second? My Google reviews are crap right now. And I do a lot of cold calling, and people get upset at me and they leave me one-star reviews for no good reason. Like, I like, you know, that's how I get business, and people are just sourpusses. But I digress. So looping back into all this, right? Like, the inherent fear in buyers, I understand, is that they don't want to be pressured, or they feel like they're going to have to pay, or they feel like they're going to be saving money if they don't bring an agent. Wrong. If you do bring an agent, let's talk about ways that you do win, right? Well, number one, as an agent, I understand that the best way to help my buyer is to have multiple pre-approvals, right? They're going to walk in there and they're going to get pre-approved by, most of the time, by that builder's lender, right? And most of the time, the builder is going to have incentives, right? But for using that lender, right? But you can still negotiate with that lender. And a lot of times, there will be other lenders with better interest rates. And so they will have to should inherently match that, and then also give you the credit back, right? So number one way to like save money right away, you're going to get a credit back and you're going to get the best interest rate. Bam, right? Number two, upgrades. You know, people don't realize that, you know, builders say they don't negotiate on price. That's a lie. You can absolutely negotiate with builders on price, especially in a market that's more stable or less of a seller's market. You can absolutely negotiate price, and you can negotiate upgrades, right? And that's something that a lot of builders don't like to disclose or say. They, look at all these upgrades that we have, and look at how much money it's going to cost you. You know, and the truth is that a lot of those items are can and should be negotiated, right? So when you see, like, as a buyer, like an upgrade or a finish that you like, just put it on the list, right? And we come back and we say, hey, look, you know, this is what my client's willing to offer. And, you know, buyers inherently, right, like, it's not that you don't know what you're doing, right? It's just that good agents are adept enough to know how to ask, when to ask, and ultimately how to, like, get as much possible for you, right? Get you best possible terms, the best possible price, everything else, you know, best possible upgrades, etc., right? These are things that buyers such as yourself, right, the end consumer, doesn't necessarily think about on a day in and day out basis. And really, you know, as agents, we are trained. Not just trained, but like we've come to learn these things over our time as agents. And so I would highly suggest that if you are in the market for a new construction, right, and builders will hate this, right, because they are losing profit. They lose profit, right, when agents show or represent buyers there. But at the end of the day, it's free to you. You don't have to pay an agent to show you new construction, right? And at the same time, you're going to be getting a trained negotiator, someone that knows what they're doing, and someone that knows how to look out for your best interests. Not to mention, and I'm going to wrap this up real quick, just the legality of everything, right? Like, agents should be backed by, you know, a very big legal team, right? People that know how to go to bat for you if anything falls apart during the escrow process with the builder. Just something to think about, right? But anyways, guys, you know who it is. It's Danny Gould with the Gould team, selling Silicon Valley. If you have any comments or questions, leave them down below. Catch you guys in the next video.